I'm wanting to do with the Kickstarter video is simply take a selection of the 4,000 plus images that I shot during the summer and selections from all the interviews, because I think that they're really interesting and fascinating. I'm still getting some of them transcribed. They occurred in 4 or 5 languages, and put this together into a book, a photo book. What I'm thinking is a book sort of like this. Small photographs, but with text, portraits, and the landscapes and cityscapes of this place. And I'm hoping to do a smaller, smaller version that will be paperback, just a catalog of the exhibit, as a benefit for those who can't contribute as much. Last summer I spent 7 weeks in the Baltics, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, photographing and doing interviews of something I think is really cool. Remembering 1989. In 1989, 2 million people held hands between the capitals of these 3 countries to protest the Soviet occupation. They were also doing this on the same day that the Germans and Soviets had signed a pact to separate Europe into their spheres of influence. Now these people had stood in the line. 2 million, by the way, is, yes, over 25% of the population. Over 25% of the population, you got it. And they came out in buses and cars and lorries. Lorries are trucks, for those of you who don't know what a lorry is. And they lined up wherever they were supposed to line up. Like, isn't really even a line. It's more like a big herd of people all together, row upon row. But they talked about it being electric. Or one woman talked about, I went out with my 2 little children. I was 22 years old. My husband had let me. I didn't have any hope. In fact, to even have hope of hope at that time was impossible. The feeling was electric. So what did I do? Then I drove the 630 kilometers of this path, and I photographed along the way, trying to find things that showed change, that showed the change of what happened since the Soviet occupation has fallen, since they have regained their liberty, since they've become part of the European Union. All of these changes have been big and interesting. Think about this. You live in a country of, say, 2 million people, and you bring down the Soviet Union. Think about the pride you would have to have been able to accomplish this nonviolently.